So we left off, right, with the fact that, he was money laundering and J Lau. I showed y'all
The
him,
dirt
and
behind
I've
the
also shown
master
y'all Jeff
plan.
Sessions. But because I wanted to kind of see, I was kind of curious as to see what Leonardo DiCaprio, what his ties to it was. So, they were sure to be like, he's not on trial. We know that. But let's figure this out. So what I have here, and this is from The Guardian, and it is 2 years old, but the case, remember, it took place in 2023. When you got money, you can push stuff back. Remember that, right? I got myself over here to hide the little visit thing right here. But okay, let me see. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. We're going to look into The Guardian here to see exactly where Leonardo ties in. So it reads here that Leonardo DiCaprio testified in a federal court on Monday morning as a part of a trial involving international money laundering, bribery, and a prominent rap artist. Pras Michael, a founding member of the iconic 1990s, yes, I'm from that era, hip-hop group, the Fugees, is accused of funneling money from a fugitive Malaysian financier through straw donors to Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. See, I was trying to figure out which politician it was, and it's Obama, okay? I'm okay. All right. 5 years later, prosecutors say he tried to squelch an investigation into that same financier under Donald Trump administration. So he's been working with the politicians, okay? At the heart of the case is Low Take Joe, the mastermind, okay? He is accused of masterminding an international money laundering and bribery schemes. I got a problem with sorry about that. So we're back. Okay, the Trump's administration. So at the heart of the case is J Lau, usually known as Joe Low. Y'all, I'm the butchering his name. I told y'all that I ain't good with names. Y'all better help me learn names. Is accused of funneling money, okay? So he's the mastermind behind it, and they went behind. After that, they tried to do the same thing with Trump. They tried to control the politicians to get. So was it the Democrats trying to buy the campaigns? So he's accused, J Lau is accused of masterminding an international money laundering and bribery scheme that stole billions from the Malaysian state investment known as IMDb. DiCaprio's connection with the case comes from his year-long relationship with Low, who was one of the primary financiers of the movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Low is currently a fugitive but has maintained his innocence. Child, please, he got too much money. He could probably go to Mars. According to the charges, Michael essentially became a conduit for Low's pilfered millions and his attempts to influence the U.S. government. Okay? We getting deep, y'all. We got to get us some tin hat made. We going to get us some tin hat made, y'all. Prosecutors allege that from June to November of 2012, Low directed more than $21.6 million to be moved from foreign entities to Michael's accounts in order to funnel money into the 2012 presidential election. They say Michael then paid 20 straw donors, and the straw donors, one moment. Okay, so this is what the straw donor is. A straw donor is a person or entity used to disguise the true source of a political campaign contribution. This is an illegal practice where money is funneled through an intermediary to hide the original donor, often to evade contribution limits, conceal corruption, or hide foreign influence. So I'm thinking that Malaysia paid an American person to put their name on it, but I don't know. It is a felony to willfully contribute campaign money or even certain thresholds through a conduit or straw donor. Y'all remember Trump was going through this too. So that remember they came at Trump about it. Now they're revealing that it's all their asses. Trump right. I ain't pro-Trump. I'm just saying he just letting in the. That's why he talk like he do. That's all I'm gonna say. The donor actually provides money to a straw person or entity, often an LLC or a corporate shell. That's the straw donor is directed to make the political contribution in their name, hiding the true contributor's identity. So it's pulling straws behind the scene or controlling them. They say Michael then paid about 20 straw donors in condiments so they could make the donations in their name and conceal where the money actually came from, according to the indictment. DiCaprio testified he met and befriended Lau at a birthday party in Las Vegas in 2010. I understand him to be a huge businessman with many different connections in Abu. Just something I want to say. When I was Googling straw donor, this picture came up, and I was like, my brain was like, is that Obama? Y'all know all the conspiracy theories we be talking about. Okay, so DiCaprio testified he met and befriended Lau at a birthday party. So it says that Lau was known for hosting lavish star-studded parties and group vacations on his private jet to events like the World Cup in Brazil. DiCaprio recounted one particular junket that involved flying to Australia to celebrate New Year's Eve, then flying to Los Angeles to celebrate a second time in one day. Michael was present on some of these trips, DiCaprio said. DiCaprio testified that he met and befriended Lau, and that Lau told him he know how to be a huge businessman. Lau became a regular contributor to DiCaprio's charitable foundation, and eventually Lau floated the idea of providing the primary financing for the Wolf of Wall Street. DiCaprio said he had Lau's funding and legitimately carefully vetted before entering into a business relationship. He couldn't have had it vetted. I was given the green light by my team as well as my studio, he said. He was a legitimate person wanting to invest in a movie. DiCaprio also recalled a casual conversation with Lau in which Lau told him he intended to make a large contribution to Obama's re-election campaign. It was a significant sum, something to the tune of 20 to 30 million. He testified, I said, wow, that's a lot of money. After DiCaprio's multiple witnesses testified that they had been approached by Michael to make shadow contributions to the Obama campaign, Richard Kromica, an investment banker, said Michael told him he had maxed out his legal contribution limit and asked Kromica and his husband Joseph to make a donation on his behalf. Kromica and Michael sent the couple $80,000 to donate. In other cases, Michael were offered invitations to high roller fundraisers and told their attendees would be sponsored by Michael and his associates. So that is what we have with what happened. Now listen, while private news organizations can choose, it's just funny to me. Brewer testified, you're not just sending me money, it's not a loan, and I'm supposed to donate it to a campaign. That sounds shady to me. So it looks like Jack Brewer, a former NFL player, said Michael wired him $32,000 to cover his entry into one of NFL players, and said one of Obama fundraisers. So it looked like Brewer took the hint. So according to people reads that Pras' sentence should reflect the breadth and depth of his crimes, his indifference to the risk of his country, and the magnitude of his greed. Greed came to my mind. The rapper's attorney, Peter, told people in a statement, we believe the verdict was unsupported by the evidence, and that the sentence is completely disappropriate to the facts alleged, particularly when compared to his co-defendants, all of whom were involved in the same alleged scheme. So we have that. Y'all know greed is biblical. I'll put the reference to the biblical. Hold on, I'll get it for you guys. One moment. The Bible says greed is a sin characterized by an excessive desire for wealth and possession, warning that it can lead to temptation to ruin and a spiritual disconnect from God. Y'all remember what happened to the wealthy man in the Bible. So y'all control y'all greed, earn y'all money the legal way. This baby girl 411 signing off, and one of my faves is going down.